Hey guys, Clint here, Casey here. We went to go see Goodnight Mommy last night. Oh, buddy.
Whoa.
I was really excited to go see this movie, and I wasn't really sure why. I'm not that into horror films, but there's something about this movie, and I think something about the crop of trailers that has been coming out, and even recently, like with It Follows was really interesting, and there's a lot of like small, really interesting horror, for lack of a better category, movies that are coming out.
Because there's kind of a line coming out. There are a few who are going to follow up, and it's going to be great.
The Witch trailer that just landed, I've talked about it a lot. Can't wait for that movie. That movie is going to make me pee myself. But
The Visit makes me. I think I'm going to fear all old people after that one.
Sure, if not sooner. So all that to say, I came in a little hot to Goodnight Mommy, and I got to tell you, it totally lived up to the hype, but for different reasons than I thought.
This movie, it holds a lot of mystery throughout the whole thing. It doesn't want you to know what movie you're watching until you're ready to know what movie you're watching.
And I should also say, if we sound a little vague when we're talking about this movie, it's completely intentional. Because I don't want to say anything about this movie other than go see it.
Right.
Because it is a really interesting movie to sit in front of. So find a way to see Goodnight Mommy, and then don't get frustrated with how intentionally vague we're being while talking about it. Because I don't want to give anything, I don't want to tip any hands that's going to ruin the experience of the movie for you. The movie really let you pick up what was going on at your own pace, which was very cool. There was never a moment where it was like, here's what has been happening the whole time, or like, here's an inciting incident, here's an investigation that takes place, here's the result of it, bam, we're out. It was really quiet, and it really went about its business at its own pace.
And it's not a horror in the traditional... Well, I want to say it's not a horror movie in the traditional sense, but maybe it is a horror movie in a very traditional sense.
Yeah.
Again, we're going to be vague.
Very vague.
So I'm not a big horror fan, especially the modern American movies where it's like, hey, let's put something scary on the screen for you to see. This is more like creating an atmosphere so that you create the horror in your own mind.
It's a horror movie in the way that Under the Skin was a horror movie. The Babadook was another good one. That was more of a traditional horror movie because there's a monster that they're dealing with, but you find out that it's blah, blah, blah. Go see The Babadook also if you, if you haven't. But yeah, that's... God damn it! There's not much to say.
I know, it's really hard. Okay, I'm going to tell you how I felt throughout most of the movie.
Good.
It's the best way I can describe it is like, have you ever seen someone scratching at a slab of concrete with their fingernail, and you're not seeing anything horrifying, but you're just like, oh, don't do that, please don't.
Another vibe that I got in the middle of the movie, when you were a kid and you were at your friend's house when their parents were having a fight.
Oh yeah.
Like there was some of that vibe in there. But again, it's not really a horror movie traditionally, but it totally is because the things that happen in the movie are legitimately horrifying.
Yes.
And there's iconic stuff. There's like cornfields and serene lakes that harken back to like the slasher
imagery.
films. There's a lot of really cool imagery with there.
If you see the trailer, you know, her sort of bandages thing kind of gave off this Hannibal Lecter-esque vibe, which was really cool.
There was the way that it was shot, the framing, the pacing was very The Shining to me. But then meanwhile, there was also some like Terrence Malick kind of meandering, here's a little slice of life type of scenes.
Very quiet, very slow, very unassuming.
So it was a combination of a lot of different things, and that might have contributed to how uneasy you felt, because there's a weird sense that you don't even know what kind of movie you're watching for a while. And it's a really, really interesting experience watching this movie.
They don't decide for you when you come around to figuring this thing out. Everyone's going to have a different experience, and that's really cool. To the point where I don't even think that there's a thing to figure out. No, it's just...
Like, it's because Casey and I, we came to the same understanding of what the movie was, but at two very different points in the movie, and we both enjoyed it equally as much. It doesn't matter. It's still a really cool movie to watch from start to finish.
Because it's...
Go see the movie.
Please.
Just go see the movie so we can talk about it.
It's great. It's wonderful.
This is one of those movies that I'm going to make people watch just so I can talk to them about it. I'm hopeful for the future of horror movies now, and particularly my participation in them, because like I don't like the slasher stuff. I've never really been into that. I've never really been into the jump out and scary type of movies. But these cerebral, just uneasy to be around movies, I love. That's why I love The Babadook. That's why I loved Under the Skin. And that's why I really, really enjoyed Goodnight Mommy.
Just all in all, it's a good movie. We enjoyed it. We think you'll enjoy it. So go out and see it.
Yes.
Please.
Before you do, though, click like and subscribe. Stick around on CineFix for all the rest of our great movie content, and we'll see you next time.
Do that.
Yeah, do all of those things.
I feel like there can be a lot of ellipses in the comments.
... Just maybe question mark.
Yeah.